Hello, I'm going to talk to you about Perficient's loan origination application software. This was developed using Oracle Policy Automation and Oracle Service Cloud, both completely out of the box. A little bit about Perficient. We were founded almost 20 years ago. We're publicly traded. Our revenue last year was more than $473 million. We have more than 25 locations across North America. We also have global delivery centers in China and India. I have more than 2,800 colleagues in dedicated solution practices across all major verticals. We have alliances with all the major technology vendors, and we've won numerous awards from both vendors and industry for our applications. I think we're most proud of the fact that 90% of our business is repeat business from previous customers. Regarding our Oracle partnership, we have practices for Hyperion, ERP, Business Intelligence, Middleware, and the CX practice, my practice, which includes Oracle Service Cloud, Oracle Sales Cloud, and Eloqua. We're an Oracle Authorized Education Center, so we're certified to deliver Oracle course curriculum either on-site or in one of our training centers, and we're a specialized partner, so we can deliver and sell Oracle applications in our key areas. So this loan application process, the problem we're trying to solve is that a loan requires time for both the banks and the customers to process a loan. It requires financial commitment from both the banks and the applicants. Our optimization program makes that process a lot more efficient for both parties. So let's talk about what the customer experience is. Right now, customers often have a paper phone, or they're answering questions over the phone, or sitting across from a loan officer answering questions. They may not understand exactly how to answer some of those questions. So if they don't understand that, they either have to take more time from the loan officer or call the bank and ask how to answer that question, or do some research on their own to find out how to answer it. We offer a mouse over option on our questions that helps customers fill out the forms more accurately. Our application can be completed anywhere, anytime, without sharing personal information over the phone or on paper hard copy. Currently, the applications, as a customer, I may not understand exactly what happens to that paper application once it gets out there, and or I may have files and files of paper laying around that might make me nervous in our day and time. Only the fields that apply are shown. So currently, whether someone else is filling out the application for you or you're filling it out, there's a bunch of fields on there that you don't even need, but they're still there. And on our application, you only see the fields you need to fill out. You get real-time feedback on your likelihood to qualify. So if you're not likely to qualify, you could just go ahead and say, no, I'm not interested in finishing the submittal process. The bank still sees that you started the process, but you realized you weren't likely to qualify. They don't have to spend the time processing that with a loan application officer, and they can go ahead and still get the information and maybe market a different loan to you later. If you're not likely to qualify, you could just opt out and not have to pay that loan submittal fee that we usually have to pay when we're applying for a loan. And you have insight into the process. You could see if your application, you could see the status of your application. Is it with the loan officer? Has it been approved and it's now just finishing up? You'd begin to see what exactly is going on with your application. And there's no need to re-enter information. If I apply for an auto loan this year, it's got my information. I apply for another auto loan next year, it can just confirm that my information is the same and I don't have to re-enter all that information a second time. So those are the benefits for customers. For banks, there's huge financial benefits in being able to process the most likely high return applicants first. So those could be queued to the top for a loan officer to get to first and result in faster returns for those customers, faster throughput, and faster returns for the bank. Alerts can be created for loans that have been waiting too long to be processed. So if an application officer has a loan sitting there and he hasn't gotten to it, and it's past a certain threshold time, that could trigger an alert that, hey, this guy hasn't been responded to, you need to get back to them. The banks have to spend time and money to process the loan application, even if the applicant's not likely to receive the loan. So this application that we've developed provides increased throughput on loan applications, so there's less time required of the loan officers on unqualified buyers. And the loan officers can see the applications in various forms with no automated. Currently, the loan officers see applications in various formats with no automated alerts. Someone could just hand fill out their application, and their handwriting can be hard to read and so forth. And there's nothing that highlights, hey, look out for this for compliance or other reasons. So there's less mistakes if common alerts could be highlighted, which our system can do. Currently, there's usually no trending, so selling opportunities are missed for customers who may qualify for a different kind of loan than the one they applied for. Trending could also be used to determine what new attractive offers should be created. For example, people who applied for a new home loan might also want to receive offers about checking accounts in that local area there. And users who opted out could be surveyed to see why they didn't submit. So if someone went through the loan process and opted out, maybe the interest rate was too high, or they could give you feedback on that whole process. So those are the benefits for the bank. The solution is pretty easy to implement. Like I said, we leverage policy automation and Service Cloud to make the process a lot better for everyone. It's a pretty quick implementation, about 3 weeks, $21,000, and that includes knowledge transfer to get people started and so that these banks can now maintain these interviews for themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the loan application here. So I'm a customer. I've logged into my bank. I've been passed through here to the support page. I could search for answers. I could look at answers about what they've got in the bank. I could live chat and co-browse with somebody. I could give feedback on the site, click to call, send in my question. But what I'm going to do, I could also update my account information and see my previous questions and so forth. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and apply for an auto loan. So this is going to come up. It's going to confirm my information. It's confirm that I'm Greta and my address and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and come through. I'm looking to buy a 2016 Dodge Ram. So we can store pictures and videos inside here. In this case, it had that in the database and realized that that was the vehicle, and I confirmed, yeah, this is what I want to get. I'm going to get that from Cerritos Dodge. And I'm requesting $10,000 to help me buy that truck. And I'm going to go ahead and do that via cash or check. If there's no co-applicant, I don't have to go through and fill all that out, and I don't even have to leave the fields blank. I don't even see them. I'm just going to say next. If I didn't know what this question meant, I could mouse over it, and it could give me assistance in answering that question. I'm going to just show that again. So for more complicated questions, you could do that. I'm going to say I pay $1,000 a month. I'm buying my home. I've lived there 9 years, 9 months. If the system already knew that if Bank of California was already my mortgage holder, this could be passed in automatically, but they're not. My mortgage holder is Bank of America. And we'll pretend that's their phone number, and I'm going to go ahead and say next. And I don't have any existing loans, so I don't have to deal with that part. And I'm going to go ahead and enter my employer information. I work for Proficient. I'm a solutions architect. Let's say I make $5,000 a month gross, and their phone number is 310-544. And let's say I've been there 2 years and 2 months. I don't have any other income sources. Because I filled out a loan previously, this company knows already who I am, and so they've got my previous references, and so they've put in here, do I want to go ahead and use these same references that I've used in the past? I'm going to go ahead and say yeah. No previous repossessions, no bankruptcy, no child support. And it tells me right away, hey, this is my credit score. I'm likely to get that approved at the best rate of 1% for a 5-year period. If I'm interested in getting that tram, I better go ahead and apply. Let's click next. So here at this point, I could opt out and say, no, don't submit my application. I'm just checking this out. Where you'd still have all my information, you could trend on it and maybe offer me a different loan later as a bank. I could also put a notification in here to notify me from the credit bureaus. I could sign my name, which is about how I sign it non-digitally. And I could say go ahead and process my application, submit my inquiry here, and that should come back to me with a ticket number. So I've got a typical Oracle Service Cloud ticket number that I'm going to copy here in a minute. As a customer, I could go ahead and review my application. So I could see my status of other applications and stuff. I could see what I've done in the past. I could see answers I'd subscribed to, all the normal stuff. When I pull that up, there's a form that's been created for me based on those answers I filled out. That's the same form the loan applicant sees. I could go ahead and update that, or I could do other things with that. I could send information, check the status, and so forth with that. On the loan officer side, we're going to go ahead and search for that application. Normally that would just be queued for me. And so I can see all the basic information here. I could go ahead and check everything that this person has filled out. If I had an extremely high debt-to-income ratio, or I had other stuff, we could alert that here. So the loan officer filling that out could see some alerts that maybe wouldn't completely disqualify me, but would cause some alerts for him to check, so for compliance sake or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and say that this person gets to be approved. And you could set the status to approved, awaiting to be processed, or other things there in their application. I could go ahead and send them a message. Either I could add some text there, or I could just say, congratulations, you are approved, and we'll be contacting you. And save and close that. It's kind of the whole process. The benefits for the loan officer and the benefits for the bank and the benefits for the applicant are all pretty obvious, I think. If you have additional questions, you can go ahead and contact Proficient or me, Sherry.Hastings@Proficient, or call me on the phone. So thank you for watching this demonstration.